It's early, but I've been up looking at Codex Alexandrinus, and what happens when you search for it online is it actually shows you the wrong Bible. It doesn't show you Codex Alexandrinus. You have to scroll down. But what happened is I noticed this name here. We would call that Izu, right? Jesus, because there's Y, A E, Ye, S, Omicron, Upsilon. So that's Yeza's name, right? So I cross-referenced it with Codex Alexandrinus because I didn't know that Jesus was descended from Izu or Yeza. And what I found out is that name is not on the list. What I had talked about is how it's a spy name. It was like invented to confuse people about the language. But he's descended from Ali, who was the writer of the Quran. But who he's not descended from is Amin Allah, and there's a lot missing. But what I didn't know is that there was something added, and it's Yeza. Yeah, that was pretty crazy to find that out. I want to explain real quick why they would add Yeza to Jesus' lineage, and I think this is Codex Vaticanus. It might be Codex Sinaiticus. I think it's Vaticanus, because there's Yeza. And remember what they did is everyone respected the Bible so much, they loved the Bible so much that they made sure the alphabet's different if you want to read it. So, like, this is what that is. Like, this is the exact same thing, but this is lowercase eta, sigma, omicron, which is an aleph, which in Arabic, which is a, and then so ya, a, za, yeza. All right, so there's Yeza right there. So there's a story about the disciple. One of the disciples of him on the bosom of Yeza, like whom loved Jesus. So now it's saying something different there. It's saying that there is a different spelling, that this guy's name changes all the time. Like it's Yazon, it's Yeza, it's Jesus. But clearly in the lineage of Jesus, they have Yeza there. But I was saying that they added that to the lineage because like it wasn't a real name. Like it's to make sure no one can read the Bible because there are no spaces, and za is the, like it's your, I think S O omicron upsilon I think is your, but it can also be za with a zeta. So because remember they have different spellings for things, but we all know Izus. Maybe we don't, but clearly, like he has a lot of different ways of saying his name, just like Paula does. Paul. It can be Apollo. It can be Apollo. It can be Paula. Paulus, Paulon, Apollon. But I think it's Paula. But why would you add an S? Maybe to make it possessive, because Alex's car. It's his car. But I think sit is girl. Is a sit. Sitta might be like, because a sit in Arabic is a girl, but because he's agitated, sitta rashle, because it could be his girl, the numada, like, because I think numada is spirit, but it might be nu mati, which I'm not sure. Like it would make it very, very difficult if the language was that different. Like that's why I need Greek speakers and Arabic speakers to help me. But what I'm saying is like they worked so hard to make sure we can't. I can't believe I'm making videos about the Bible 2 days in a row. But what I did was I started speaking on Bluesky. My account is Glassroads, about how that's punctuation. Like there's always a letter at the beginning of the word of the sentence that tells you like that you're starting a new section, and then sometimes you have gaps here, like that. And so, like there aren't real rules like with semicolons and dashes. like what it is a pause, like it's a vocal pause. And so I wrote out this in two different ways. One with spaces, like with like an uppercase letter, and then there's information. I do not know my age. I'm legally 40, so the idea is connected. I figured out that the Bible was purposefully changed to hide what it says. And there's an uppercase I. The Bible was written by people from a slavery culture, not by God. Yeza was against Moses' law, or I'd probably say the law of Moses. That's why he was publicly tortured. The idea is connected. It's a space like this. Spaces are punctuation in the Bible. Bible translators ignore spaces. So like when a Bible translator sees that with these uppercase letters and these spaces, what he actually sees is this. And so like he would have a semicolon here and a semicolon here. But like the way that he'd use a semicolon is like, sometimes like you really don't even need a semicolon, and it doesn't make sense they're using a semicolon there. And like it's not the proper usage for a semicolon, but they will have a semicolon. Like if you look at like the ancient, or if you look at the Septuagint, the Greek printed Bible, they have a different script. So they have uppercase and lowercase letters, but they don't do it this way. Like there are like tons of uppercase letters, and they don't have the spaces. What they have is a semicolon there, and like what they would do like is just like add periods. So like this would be like, I do not know my age, I'm legally 40, I figured out, period. And then that the Bible was purposely changed to hide what it says. The Bible was written by people, period. And like it doesn't care if there's like a new section. And that's why I'm 100% certain the Bible is wrong. I've also like found very obvious things that were purposely changed in both, like they changed it in Sinaiticus and Vaticanus from like Codex Alexandrinus is different. Like I guaranteed it's like drastically different sometimes. And there are things that are removed that are that critical. But like it has to be a new line. Like you need to consider